that he said that if I made an account, 2 accounts with the same contact name, then it would work. No, it wouldn't. Otherwise, Skype wouldn't know who to add to what.
Yes. If there were 10 people named Joker Tokai, then if you tried to add me, you would add all 10 of me.
He says that if you do, if there are people with contacts that are the same, which isn't true. And if you add them, then it just gives you a list of all of them, and you're expected to tell by the picture which one is yours.
Like, is this your puppy? No. Is this your puppy? No. That's a cat.
But it's a cat named Smokey, so it must be your dog.
The answers to Here Boy. Oh, it looks like they're all barking. Which one's your... That one's a girl. Why is it barking? I think it just wants to fit in with the rest.
But yeah, obviously Skype doesn't work that way. Internet services have been retarded before. They've never been that retarded. It's not like a train wreck where every single person in the world is named... like if there was a really cool username, like 007 James Bond Douchebag McGee, and everybody wanted to be 007 Douchebag James Bond McGee.
So they just all were.
And then I would add 007 Douchebag James Bond McGee to my Skype contacts, and every single guy named 007 Douchebag James Bond McGee would be up, and then I'd have to call my 007 Douchebag McGee on the phone and be like, hey, what's your picture right now? Well, it's a cat. And then I'd have to scroll through all 50 of them that have cats as their image and determine which one it is. Even worse if he says, oh, I'm a white guy. Then every single picture of a white guy...
My picture is a picture of a girl making a duck face in a mirror with a camera.
And the guy changed the story. Before he was like...
But yeah, obviously Skype doesn't work. Yeah, Skype is stupid. That's why Raven's argument makes sense.
Skype is the wild, wild west of internet connection programs.
Anybody can be anyone. PO has limited security, and you cannot have the same username as other people.
Yes, not without intense hacking.
The only security you have on PO is if you're not registered, then people can't use your name if you're online, and if you are registered, they have to guess your password. That's all the security, and that keeps people from impersonating other people really well, except on Breakdown, where you can do that really easily, because we're a troll server. Did you guys know that?
Yes.
But we're not going to tell you what that command is if you don't already know, because we don't want you to use it.
And you would have to be off anyway.
Oh, I thought everybody could use /that one.
No, I removed that the day after because I figured it would spread quick.
Yeah.
It's kind of like when Scarmpiss released the gang client and then everyone had it. Don't let any faggots get it. That's literally what his policy was on it.
Hey, invalid. I got gang client by mistake. You should take it back.
Oh, but then I'll have 2. And if I have 2, that would be like a faggot having it.
But, yeah. But Raven made some really obviously fake logs and said that our really obviously real logs were fake because he can make fake logs. And he said, well, in 10 minutes, I made terrible fake logs. So obviously, in a really long time, I could have made really accurate fake logs. And Invalid said yesterday, and Invalid, you can take this argument because it's yours.
Oh. If you're going to wait, I don't remember what I said. What did I say?
You had an argument about how if you're going to prove it, prove it. Don't say you could have proved it.
Oh, yeah. If you're going to do it, do it. Yeah.
Yeah, he said that, like, seriously, if you're going to prove it, don't say, well,
I remember what it was.
Yeah.
It's like, if you look at it scientifically, if I am going to take two groups of rats, and I'm going to test the medicine. I give the medicine to half the rats, and I don't give it to the other half. I then have to see if the rats with the medicine were cured or not. I don't just say, well, they had the medicine, so they must be cured. The hypothesis does not prove the conclusion.
What he has proven is that you can easily make terrible fake logs. Not that you can easily make good logs, or that it's even possible to.
Although it is possible, and given the fact that it is possible, I decided to make a video which would be far, far beyond my scope to make. A fake video.
Yeah, we had Invalid made a video where he scrolled through his entire Skype contact log with Raven, from top to bottom, and well, actually it was bottom to top, but it showed a list of conversations with Raven and things from months and months prior that we would have never had any means or willpower to fake. Like, where would we make a fake Raven account 2 months ago?
Yeah, we would have to be some, like, 1984 motherfuckers.
But we didn't. We can't. And then the funniest thing is that Raven flagged this video for an invasion of privacy because we posted private Skype logs between him and Invalid. Which, if they're fake, they're not. And if they're real, then they're real.
And there's pretty much no legality to privacy claims when these are things he told me. Unless I'm his doctor, then
or his
these
lawyer.
have no purpose. Or if I was his lawyer.
You also can't be his therapist.
Well, yeah, I consider a therapist a doctor. But yeah, as long as I don't have some sort of legal constraint with him, which I don't.
Did you do a Blood Brothers pact with him under the full moon?
No, I did not.
Then you're good. No legality
It was
whatsoever.
not even offered. I'm surprised he didn't, because, I mean, who wouldn't want to be a blood brother?
I don't know. I wouldn't do Blood Brothers at this day and age because everybody has AIDS.
Yeah. Someone asked me to do Blood Brothers once. I did not do it.
But, yeah, but... Oh, Raven did a treaty, and then... by the way, for a treaty to have legal boundaries over anybody, it has to be mutually beneficial. It has to be at least beneficial to all parties. Like, if I were to sell you a car, I have to have money for the car, and you have to have a car. I can't make a treaty that says, you'll give me $500 and I'll punch you in the face. That's not beneficial to all parties.
That's known as coercion.
No, that's... Yeah, it is. But it's not a treaty then, because you didn't get anything out of it. In the treaty with UE, what UE got over it was the right to do anything they want without repercussions, and no trolling on our server, and they could come and go whenever they wanted to do anything they wanted, and nobody would retribute against them in any way, or it would be considered hate. And what Breakdown got? We got
nothing.
We got UE. What we got out of this was UE. So they got $500. We got a punch in the face.
Yeah, it was basically a Barack Obama kind of deal, like where you walk up into the Senate and you're like, I say that we should follow the Constitution, and 50 votes should be enough to put it through to the House of Representatives. And they say, how about no? And he says, all right.
But yeah, Invalid posted a video that was mean. We know it was mean. We're not going to say it wasn't. It was a Skype conversation that Raven had where he was ganging up on Invalid, and Invalid made them all look like morons.
Made them all look like what they are.
And then one of the members said, "Well, I don't want my voice on YouTube." And then they got upset that the video was up. And then Invalid was like, "You know what? I'll be nice and take it down. And because you're pitiful right now, we're going to go ahead and make a treaty." And then I woke up and was like, what in the fuck?
Who dares disturb my slumber?
When I wake up and find that our enemies now have a treaty, I am pissed. Like, if I woke up tomorrow and Nass Courage had owner and was sipping tea with Invalid, I would punch him in the face.
And please punch me in the face also.
No, I'd punch you in the face. Nass Courage, I would probably rip his dick off with a rusty egg beater.
You would go to
please avoid doing that to me.
I would go to Tabasco, Mexico, and then punch him in the gut. Because apparently they don't have police in Tabasco.
Chilling at the Quality Inn.
But yeah.
Who you with? NASCAR and nobody else.
When I woke up and this treaty with UE was here, I'm like, dude, where's my car? And Invalid's like, you know what? I have no idea what happened last night, man. What did I do? I woke up next to this treaty and I was like, man, this was a bad idea.
And we forget about...
Wait a minute. Who you with? King Trace and 4 of my friends. What you doing? Yelling at him.
Yeah, but
yeah.
But yeah, and then I said that, you know what, having bad opinions about UE is not breaking the treaty. And then KG was like, well, yeah, it is. And I'm like, well, no, it's not. And they're like, well, we're just going to ban everybody who has a bad opinion. And I'm like, well, if you do that, I'm going to ban you. And they're like, you can't do that. And I'm like, did you check the auth list recently?
Yeah, Matthew was talking about banning me. Like, what the fuck, man?
Dude, if he would have banned you, I would have taken his auth away, turned him into a mini user, and banned him, which I did.
Mods can ban. Mods can ban.
Yeah, but Matthew.
He's a driver.
Yeah, but Matthew was like
advocating for a ban or something.
Yeah, Matthew was like, well, when Invalid gets back on, I'm going to tell him to ban Kratos because he's doing hate speech. And I'm like, okay, when Invalid gets back on, I'll have a chat with him. And if he thinks it's hate speech, we're going to have a nice long chat about what hate speech is, all of us, together.
By the way, I did not think it was hate speech.
Right, Invalid said...
I was just stating my opinion.
Yeah, Invalid said, it's cool, bro. S cool, OG. And then I decided that since we weren't getting anything out of the treaty, that we would dissolve it. And we dissolved it. And then everybody's like, King Trace, why you be such a bitch? Why is it that because I'm the one that does everything, I'm the one that's the bitch? I mean... Invalid and I both agree on most of our decisions, but because I'm the one that actually goes through the action where everybody can see it, I'm the one who's insane.
Yeah, well, yeah, that was an agreed upon thing. I just think I just couldn't write it. Yeah. I was in a bad state.
Yeah, I mean, it happens every time. When Green Pearls got banned, I get blamed for it. When I became a leader, it's like I'm sucking people's dick. I mean, I understand that I do a lot of the banning and the unbanning, but it's because it's when you hate your daddy for spanking you, even though mommy is standing beside him going, do it, honey, do it!
Yeah.
That's true. No, my dad's a cool guy.
Oh, my dad is an asshat, but that's for a different podcast. If I wanted to do teen angst, I would have gone. But in all seriousness, UE's a bunch of dicks. But you know what? I hear if you want to play Minecraft, they are the trademark to go to.
They're a trademark. And UE, obviously, ultra effective. I mean, who would think that was a Pokemon reference? That's about Minecraft, right?
I came on and I'm like, you guys are a trademark that has nothing to do with Pokemon. And they're like, well, we play Pokemon, but we don't really like Pokemon that much. And I'm like, your name is Pokemon. They're like, well, Ultra Effective's never been in any of the games before. I'm like, wow, really? Really? So there's never been there's never been a super effective or a not very effective. You're not saying that you're better than super effective, because that's what it says on your banner. Our attacks are ultra effective.
Yeah, it's like what? I
Your
can't even
voice
think. I
impression
can't
is
even
awesome.
think.
Thank you.
I can't even think of a surrogate for doing this. I can't think of another way, another thing I can compare it to because no one has ever made a